Okay, another WrestleDiary. I'm knackered. Trying to fit in all this wrestling around everything else is proving to be quite taxing. But we're gonna roll on with day 13 and 14 of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 27 tournament. So day 13 started off with Kota Ibushi versus Yuji Nagata. I was really looking forward to this one. Did not disappoint. 4 stars out of 5. Really good match. Nagata took Kota Ibushi to the limit. I loved the younger guy going against the veteran, which there's been a lot of that in this tournament, to be fair, but this was a really good one. Felt like Kota really needed to fight to get the win, and after the match, actually, he really showed a nice sign of respect to Nagata, and you could really tell how much he again respected him as a wrestler. I thought it was a really nice gesture at the end. Fits for Kota Ibushi as his kind of a babyface character, but also you could tell that it was a genuine kind of respect too, which was nice. And I think Nagata deserves that respect. Bad Luck Fale versus Tomohiro Ishii. I tell you what, I love this match. I think I'm in the minority here, but I really am becoming a big fan of Fale. I don't know what, if he could ever rise to the top of any promotion, but I think that he does what he does really well, and he can bump really well when he needs to, and he doesn't bump when he doesn't have to. And this match was really good because Ishii made him look great. Ishii made him look like $1 million because Ishii does a lot of spots where, in his matches with Naito and other people, someone will forearm Ishii in the face like 20 times and he'll just, no sell it and then hit them once and they'll go down because that's how tough Ishii is. In this match, Ishii forearmed Fale about 5 times. Fale just no-sold it, hit Ishii, and Ishii went down. He went down and really made Fale look like a big threat. There's a little bit of discombobulation in there, but I mean, I really love the story of the match, and I love Ishii. I'm really liking Fale, and I thought that the finish was great. So for me, it's another 4 stars out of 5. I thought it was a really damn good match. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Hiroki Goto versus Yoshihashi. I actually left this match from day 13. I left until last because it was like, the 2 guys in the tournament who, whenever I see them in a match, I'm not really that excited about it. So to put them both together, I had no interest in it. I think Goto is really solid. Yoshihashi, again, don't know what it is about him. There's just something missing. 2.5 out of 5. They put good work in, good effort in, but I just really didn't care. So it was just completely middle of the road to me. Not a bad match, but it was just there for me. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tetsuya Naito. I heard that Zack Sabre Jr. injured Naito in this match, or he hurt his shoulder, which kind of bugs me. I think if you work that style that Zack Sabre Jr. does, you need to do it where you don't hurt people. It could freak accident, I don't know. It might have even been Naito hurting his own shoulder. I don't know the story, but apparently in this match, Naito tweaked his shoulder in some way. Really good match, picked up more towards the end, some great finishing sequences, and the finish of the match was really fun. Another 4 stars out of 5. And then the main event was Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Togi Makabe. I gave this 3 stars. Much like the Yoshihashi Goto match, it was just kind of there. There was nothing special to it for me. There was very good work, but it was a bit more interesting than that Yoshihashi Goto match. So, yeah, it was what it was. Nothing too special. One thing about day 13 was one of the guys on commentary sounded like. I mean, he might actually have throat cancer or something, because I mean, it sounded like it was so deep and raspy. It sounded like the death rattle of someone on their last legs. So I hope that guy's alright, but it was really distracting to listen to, I have to say. Day 14, we had Yano versus Tama Tonga. I liked the opening of the match where Tama Tonga kind of went through the crowd and back onto the ramp to sneak up on Yano, but I think Tama Tonga went down to Yano's level a bit too much in this match, and it kind of took away some of his kind of tough guy cred. I don't know, it seemed it didn't make a natural fit to Tama Tonga to do that kind of comedy stuff. So this was just, again, another Yano match, 2 stars out of 5. I really liked Tama Tonga's face paint as well, and I wish he'd worn that in a kind of bigger match. Worn that, put it on his face, whatever you want to call it. Then we had Satoshi Kojima versus Sanada. 4 stars out of 5 on this one. Actually, no, I amended it to 3 3/4 stars out of 5. I'm not sure why I did that. And again, watching so much wrestling, it's hard to remember all the details, but this was a really good one. Again, the younger guy against the veteran. I liked how Kojima won. It was a bit of an unexpected win. That's something that the tournament is doing really well, is kind of building up these guys to to win these big matches, and then they lose, and so that there's back and forth. There's no real kind of there's one guy's winning everything. Even people like Kenny Omega, who you think will be booked strong, and they do get booked strong, but they take their losses too. And the veterans, they take a lot of losses, but they'll get a win as well. So you never really know what's going to happen in the G1, which I think is really exciting. But I really thought that was a good match. Then we had Minoru Suzuki versus Michael Elgin. I gave this 3.5 stars out of 5. The arm selling let this down. I thought that it was really good, but the beginning of the match, Suzuki really went after Michael Elgin's arm. I mean, he was wrapping it up in the guardrail. He was smashing it with chairs. He was putting it in a chair and smashing it against the ring post. He destroyed Elgin's arm. And to begin with, Elgin sold it as much. I loved that how he was forced to strike with his left hand, and he was really favouring the right arm. I thought it was really good selling. And then just kind of went away, and I just think if you're going to go that far with attacking a body part, you need to keep selling it long term. Otherwise, it just kind of it's a plot hole in a way, I like how Suzuki, after he lost, was just freaking out, beating up one of the young boys, just ripping apart like the guardrail and stuff. But he seems to do that. Like, he'll beat up one of the young boys, the young lions, just even if he wins, just for a laugh, because he's so mental. And I like how that gets across his character. Then we have, for me, the two big kind of main events of the show. This was one hell of a doubleheader. We had Juice Robinson versus Kenny Omega. I know people aren't rating this one as much as me, but is someone seriously mowing their lawn when it's raining outside? Anyway, I gave Juice Robinson and Kenny Omega 4.5 out of 5. And other people said that you could tell that. In fact, I think it was Brian Alvarez who said on his podcast that you can tell Kenny Omega and Juice Robinson they're tired. They're fatigued. They're not at full. I thought they were doing great. I thought they had a fantastic match. But what made the match was the ending, which was Juice Robinson winning. Which is completely unexpected. Sadly, I got spoiled beforehand, but it didn't diminish it. I thought that it was built too perfectly. Kenny Omega had more of an upper hand. Juice is still favouring the leg a little bit, and then he got a roll up out of nowhere from the one-winged angel, and I thought it was such a great. I mean, the crowd reaction was just like, it was amazing. It was really amazing, and to me, a match isn't just what happens from bell to bell. It's the entrances. It's the it's the intimidation before the match begins. It's the excitement before the match begins. It's the fallout from the end of the match. To me, that works into how I rate a match and how I think about a match. When I think about this match, I think about the ending with Juice Robinson going, "Oh fuck," and just looking so genuinely surprised, shocked, and elated that he beat someone on the caliber of Kenny Omega, and that just bumped it all the more up for me. But I thought it was still a great wrestling match. So yeah, and also notice that winners, when they have like a nice ramp and stuff on their events, the winner will walk back through the curtain up the ramp, but the loser is forced to go to the side and kind of walk through the crowd or walk through kind of the other kind of entranceway. And I like that. It's a nice detail, which I kind of hadn't really picked up on before. And then the main event was Kazuchika Okada versus Evil. Whew, what a match. This was a spectacular match. 4 3/4 stars out of 5 for me. One of the best matches of the tournament. And everything worked into making this special. It was the crowd reacting to it. It was the commentators getting so into it. The passion I felt from the Japanese commentary, even though I can't understand it, was really just invaluable. It made me enjoy the match so much more. They were going mental over Evil kind of getting this momentum against Okada, this guy who hasn't been beaten in a singles match for over a year. He's been built and booked so strong as the champion of New Japan. And Evil has really been climbing up the ranks of the G1. I really didn't realize how many matches he'd won, but he's really got a good record. And coming off that match with Kenny Omega two shows before this, where he got knocked out, Evil was on fantastic form here, and you could, like, his arms all bruised up and stuff. I mean, Evil's banged up, and he put on a hell of a match against Okada. Okada did the same. A couple of moments of discombobulation between the two, like, kind of, you know, the figure four on the ring post kind of was a bit awkward, and some other things, but I mean, apart from that, such great sequences, you know. And I loved how Evil beat Okada clean in the middle of the ring, and he beat Okada. Like, it wasn't a fluke victory. He brought it to him. And obviously everyone's fatigued, kayfabe-wise, you know, as far as the story of the tournament goes. I'm sure they are in real life too. But as far as the story of you know, the show we're being presented, Okada has been through a lot of matches. But still, I think it was a huge win for Evil. And I just enjoyed the hell out of watching this match. Some of the, you know, the commentary, you know, obviously I think Evil's catchphrase is "everything is evil," and like throughout the match, Evil would get like the upper hand, and the commentary would be like, "Everything is," like they were so, like, it felt like Evil's like #1 fan was doing the commentary. And then, like, I was reading the translations on the lionmarks.com, and one of the the comments in this match was when Okada hit Evil with a dropkick, and they said, his dropkick sliced through the darkness of Evil. At which point I kind of wish I understood the Japanese commentary, because it sounds kind of fun while also being informative. So Okada and Evil, top match. Now on with days 15 and 16, then 17 and 18, and then the finals, day 19. So I'm just going to crack on with that, and we'll see if I can, you know, still function like a normal human being once I've done with all this wrestling. So there we go.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause